Good afternoon. It's January 3rd, 2023. And here's what we're looking at today is just a downward bias. But I mean, we probably made like two measured legs down, something like that. But it was pretty choppy. Yeah, you can see that. It's two perfectly measured legs. I was looking for the measured move from the midline of the overnight range, but we came up a little short of that. But, you know, just a choppy range-like day. Another low volume day. I'm guessing as the week goes on, and next week, I'm guessing the volume will pick up. But let's take a look at these trades that I have marked. So I think 5 o'clock comes in right about here. This looks like a second entry, but you don't get a signal bar for it. Plus, I was looking at this being the channel down, and that looked like an overshoot to me. However, if you draw a measured move, it's like perfect. Yeah, you can see it perfectly bounces, but and then you can see some people going short right there. But I really don't think. I think in the end, that's just too wide of a channel. I think this was the channel. It's an overshoot, which leads to congestion and a break. And then we get a new attempt at a new low. And really, that just makes like a double bottom, triple bottom. And you get a reversal pattern here. It just doesn't touch the EMA, so it's a little risky. Plus, you're going into that level of resistance, so it's a little aggressive. And we get a break, move to a new high, and then we get this move down. And that's probably like that. So you get a break, a couple legs down to a new low. It reverses. Problem with this one is you probably just have to go for 4 ticks. If you went for 4 ticks, I think you would have gotten it. 85. Yeah, so if you went for 4 ticks, or probably whatever half the ATR was at that point, you'd probably get it. But if you went for 8 ticks, no sir, you would not have gotten that. And that's why you want to be really careful. I mean, this looks like a failure to me. But the problem is you just want to go to these closes right here probably. And that's where it went. You can see it went a tick higher than that before pulling back. But when we get this second entry and then you get this higher low, I was going to mark that green, but it's just a higher low, and it looks congestive at that point. It kind of looks like we're just in a bunch of inside bars. But it turns out to be a good move. Indeed, we were probably making a new high from this channel before all the selling came in. And so we come down here, just no entries in here. Originally, I was playing this channel like, I think, steeper. Yeah, like that. And I'm sure people played it this way. And then yeah, I mean, this looks very accurate too. You get a break, 1 leg, 2 legs down, and just chop sideways. But this one, this is the way Mac had it drawn, and this looks accurate too. So I marked this one red, but you can see when we pull back here, and you get this leg down, and it doesn't make it to that trend channel. I think this should probably be green. That combined with the fact that these are all dojis, this should probably be green, but I'm going to keep it red because it's a second entry off the key entry point. But yeah, I mean, this looks like this. I think this looks like the channel. I mean, and even even a more short-term channel, something like that, where you get a break and 2 legs down to a new low. You know, it's all these look pretty accurate. But yeah, I mean, then that gives you reason to like this trade, is because we have this move down, and you get a break of that, so we're expecting a new low of that. So there's reasons to like that. But anyway, we get this break and sideways stuff, just a lot of congestion. You can't take anything in there. And then you actually get a second entry short right here, but it looks like, to me, it looks like from this channel, we're just working towards a new low. So this is not off the EMA, and we're at the overnight lows, and it's congestive, so not something I like, but it is off the key entry point. And then we come down here and you get a second entry short, but I don't like that. Well, you know, it looks all right, but you're right at these overnight lows. We already had a break of this channel, and a move to a new low. I think that's the main reason I don't like this. We had a break of this channel, move to a new low. We have a break of this channel. We don't have a new low from this channel yet, but I mean, this channel might just not even, you know, it might not be that important, because with this having a new low in place, it's just a little risky, because this thing could just reverse. But you might take that. I mean, this does look like a channel, and we are expecting a new low. I'll mark that green. I just don't like that it's a doji, is really all I really wanted to say. I don't like that it's a doji. And then this is a doji too, so, and then this looks bullish, and then they trap everyone there. But really, what I'm looking at is this channel, and we get that new low. We get a break of this channel, and a new low, and then it reverses, and you get a first entry, failed second entry short. After the break and a new low, we make this double bottom. So you're going into this pink resistance. I'm thinking that, you know what, I'm going to mark this green, because I'm looking, and this doesn't shoot through the EMA quite. You know, this swing goes below the EMA, so I'm going to mark that green, especially given the fact that we have all this resistance right there. But when we get this doesn't look like a convincing break to me. And when you get this trend channel up, you get a first entry, second entry long. I think we're going to test these highs, and you got a lot of room to those highs. And that's exactly what happens. We make a new high, and then it reverses. And so we have a break of this channel up, a new high, and you get a first entry, failed second entry. I like the looks of this. Both swings below the EMA. I like that very much. Nice bullish bar that's probably got the shorts trapped, or the longs trapped, excuse me. And we come down here, and you get this slight overshoot, and what looks to me like a double bottom, and then you get a first entry, second entry short. I like that to test these lows. And that's what happens. We test these lows, and the buyers come in. And really, for the rest of the day, I don't like much else. It's just a bunch of choppiness. I drew this pink channel. Once we started swinging above the EMA right here, and then we went below and then above. So I drew that pink channel, and turns out the measured move is at the lows of the overnight. The measured move to the low side, we come down, we hit that, and then we go higher. You can see, look at that. That's a tough one right there, but we get this overshoot of this channel, And I mean, maybe it starts right here. Maybe it's a little steeper. Probably not though. I think that looks valid. So we get this overshoot, and you get these higher lows. So they trapped people going long right there. And I mean, look at all these dojis. You want to be really careful with that. That is tempting though. And I think the thing there is you just want to wait for a better attempt at a new low. So we'll see how that compares to a trade I marked to the high side over here. Plus the bias is down, so you really shouldn't even be considering that. But I don't like any of this. Very congestive, very congestive. Come down the low side, it fails. And then we come up here. Really, that's like a double bottom. So you get this first entry, second entry short. And it's a lower high. And this, okay, so how does this compare? How does this differ to that? Well, this looks more congestive. This looks like we have this, and it's like a new swing to try and go higher. So I do like this, and the bias is down. And with how choppy this is, I like the odds there. And that's just congested. How much room is that back to the EMA? It's a lot of room. Let's just call it 39. So that's 3 points. It's a good move. So not a whole lot today, but there's some stuff you could have taken. That's how I saw it today. I'll be back tomorrow.